Hi there, welcome to Film Gist. Today we've got a thrilling ride for you with a breakdown of one of the most nerve-wracking movies about academic pressure and moral dilemmas, Bad Genius. If you've ever wondered what it takes to outsmart an entire system or have felt the weight of unfair expectations, this film will definitely resonate with you. Bad Genius is the story of a brilliant student who takes a risky gamble to provide for her family and bridge the gap between herself and the kids of the elites of society. So, without further ado, let's dive into the world of Bad Genius and find out what happens to Lynn as she navigates her way through the dangerous waters of academic dishonesty. Watch out, spoilers ahead. From the start, we see that Lynn is not just any student, she's exceptional. She is one of those rare individuals who are both book smart and street smart. She's the kind of girl who is always in control, responsible, and extremely aware of her circumstance. For her, education isn't just a path to knowledge, it's her ticket to a better life. Lynn's journey begins when she gets accepted into the prestigious Exton Pacific School, which, for someone like her, is a game changer. This isn't just any school, it's a gateway to opportunities that could lift her family out of their financial struggles. Studying here could literally change her life. But here's the catch. Lynn knows that she doesn't come for money like her classmates. Her admission is thanks to her intellect, but she's also given a full scholarship by the school's principal, Ms. Walsh. So with the scholarship in hand, Lynn is all set to take on this new world. But little does she know, things are about to take a risky turn. Everything changes for Lynn when she meets Grace, a lively, friendly classmate who seems to radiate positivity. Grace is one of those people who can light up a room and make anyone feel comfortable, and it doesn't take long before Lynn is drawn into her world. For a girl like Lynn, who comes from a very different background, Grace's friendship is refreshing. It offers her a break from the constant stress of being smart and responsible all the time. Grace asks Lynn to be her personal tutor and help her maintain her grades. Lynn refuses, saying that she doesn't think she'll have the time to do so. Things really start to heat up when exam season rolls around. Lynn, being the overachiever she is fully prepared. She's ready to ace her tests and keep her scholarship. During the exam, she notices that Grace is really struggling, like she's completely out of her depth. Lynn, who probably feels a sense of loyalty or empathy toward her new friend, makes a split-second decision to help. So she tries to help her by giving her the answers to all questions. She scribbles the correct answers on an eraser and puts it into her shoe. Then she exchanges her shoe with Grace, who then picks the eraser and thanks Lynn. Now, this moment is crucial. It's the point of no return for Lynn. What starts as a small, impulsive act of kindness snowballs into something much bigger. Grace is so happy to get good grades and is very thankful to Lynn. But Grace isn't alone. She introduces Lynn to Pat Stone. Pat is the type of guy who has never really had to work hard for anything in his life. His wealth and privilege have always paved the way for him. Despite these differences, Lynn finds herself pulled deeper into their friendship. Pat makes an offer to Lynn that he'll help her to get to her dream school of music, in return for her help to pass the exam by cheating, just like she did for Grace. Lynn sees this as an amazing opportunity for her, but she still seems skeptical about accepting this offer. Pat asks her to think about it for a day or two. It's not just about helping a friend, it's about Lynn, for a moment, feeling like she belongs. And that's a powerful thing, especially for someone who has always felt the weight of her differences. Lynn's knowledge of piano helps her create a secret system of cheating. She codes her answers using hand movements that mimic piano playing. A specific combination of tunes will represent one of the 4 MCQ options. Her classmates just have to watch her fingers' movements to figure out which answers to pick. It's a genius move, but it's also incredibly risky. As Lynn's operation grows, so does the risk. More students start getting similar marks, and the school administration begins to notice that something fishy is going on. They try a new system of examination by giving 2 sets of question papers to students, some having set 1 and others set 2. This brings a sudden sense of fear and anxiety to the students, who are dependent on Lynn's answers, but who knows what question paper set she has. However, Lynn still manages to help her friends, or, as to say, piano students, simply by solving both question papers and broadcasting answers on their piano frequency. But at the same time, one of Lynn's fellow students, Bank, catches them cheating and decides to report to the administration. One of Pat's friends previously approached Bank and tried to include him in their cheating scheme in the semester exam. But Bank denied, and now he reported the cheating to the headmaster. This is where things fall apart for Lynn. Her scholarship is revoked, and the truth about her cheating comes out. For Lynn, this is a devastating blow. Her father is heartbroken, unable to comprehend why she would risk everything they had worked so hard for. He reminds her of all the sacrifices her family has made, especially her late mother, who had dreams of Lynn succeeding. This is one of the most emotional moments in the film. It really hammers home the weight of Lynn's actions. She wasn't just cheating for fun. She was trying to level the playing field in a world where the odds were stacked against her. Just when you think Lynn's story might be coming to an end, Pat's parents step in with a game-changing offer. They invite Lynn and Grace over for dinner and make it clear that they know about the cheating. But here's the twist. Instead of being angry, they want to hire Lynn to do it again. Pat's father wants her to help Pat cheat his way into Columbia University. Mr. Stone is desperate. He knows his son can't get in on his own, and he's willing to bend every rule in the book to make it happen. He says he'll facilitate studying for Lynn in her favorite school of music in New York, from her getting admitted to living in that most expensive city. For Lynn, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. She knows that the stakes are higher now, and this isn't just a simple school exam anymore. At first, Lynn doesn't want to get involved in this again, but Grace somehow convinces her. But Lynn also knows that she can't pull this off alone. This is where Bank comes in, another brilliant student who has his own set of challenges. Also comes from a less privileged background. Bank is an illegal immigrant in the US, and he's been flying under the radar at the school. Unfortunately, just as Bank is about to secure his scholarship, he's attacked and injured by some goons. Lynn goes to see him. Bank is surprised to see her at his house after what he did to her. Lynn says she feels sorry about what happened to him. She tells him about their plan. She says that even though he could not win the scholarship, he can still get that money. Bank thinks it's impossible to cheat on the SATs, but Lynn tells him that it's not a test, it's just a rich people thing. Despite everything, Lynn convinces Bank to join her in this new, riskier scheme, cheating on the SATs. They plan to take the test in Philadelphia because it's 3 hours ahead of Seattle, giving them enough time to relay the answers to Pat and the others. But cheating on the SATs is no joke, and Lynn knows they'll have to be more creative than ever. To help Pat and Grace memorize the answers, Lynn comes up with a brilliant idea. She uses barcodes on pencils to code the answers. It's a clever system, but it's also incredibly risky. They invite some more rich students to ace their SATs in exchange for a handsome amount of money. Lynn and Bank thoroughly rehearse the whole plan before flying to Philadelphia to take the test. While rehearsing, Bank comes to know that it was Pat who organized that attack on him, so Bank misses out on the scholarship opportunity. This way he will be more likely to agree to partake in Pat's cheating plan. Bank furiously yells at them all for setting him up. Pat tries to calm him that they're fully prepared now, and he should not opt out now. But both Bank and Lynn are disappointed by Pat's action, and they both angrily leave from there. They almost abandon the plan, but Lynn finds Bank on her way home. Bank says he lost everything because of them, and he doesn't want to lose that again. Lynn says she can't do it anymore, but Bank says she at least owes him a chance after what she did to him. Finally, they fly to Philadelphia to take the test. The tension in this part of the movie is off the charts. Every moment feels like it could be their last before getting caught, and the stakes have never been higher. Lynn and Bank attempt the test with full preparation. At the end of each section, they memorize the answers and then send those answers back to Seattle, where Grace and Pat encode the answers and print the barcode on the pencils. Despite some unimagined hurdles, they manage to pull off the plan, but just barely. They're almost caught multiple times, and the pressure is intense. They hardly manage to escape from the campus after the test, but till now, the management has come to know that they were committing cheating. Lynn and Bank breathed a sigh of relief after getting this impossible heist done. Pat and his friends throw a party to celebrate and thank Lynn and Bank, who made this possible for them. Grace and Pat tell Lynn that they are deferring a year to travel and enjoy, and she's not going to New York with them, which disappoints Lynn because she now comes to know that they were just using her. When it's all over, the news about cheating at one of the Philadelphia SAT centers breaks. The education board cancels the test results for all the students at that center, and Lynn realizes that her actions have had far-reaching consequences, even for those who do not have anything to do with the cheating. She meets Bank and tries to persuade him that they should confess they were the ones who cheated. This way the innocent students will not be harmed. Bank is not willing at any cost to confess and tries to stop Lin as well. Now this is the time when Lin finds out that Bank is undocumented and is illegally living in the States. Lin changes her mind to confess and comes up with a better idea. But still, she confesses to her father that it was her in that cheating scandal, and she regrets it now. Now, since Lin has proof that links everything to Pat as the mastermind behind all this, she decides to use this information to strike a deal with Pat's father. She threatens to expose Pat as the mastermind behind the cheating, unless Mr. Stone helps Bank and his family with their immigration, and sets up a fund to help innocent students retake their exams. This is where we see Lin's true character. She's trying to make things right, not just for herself, but for all the students who have been affected by the system's unfairness. Mr. Stone agrees to her terms and is surprised that Lin doesn't want anything for herself. In the end, Lin walks away with her dignity intact. She's learned her lesson and decides not to continue down the path of academic dishonesty. And that's the story of Bad Genius. It's a gripping tale of morality, privilege, and the lengths people will go to for success. Lin's journey is a reminder that sometimes the system is rigged against you, but the choices you make define who you are. If you enjoyed this recap, be sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and drop a comment with your thoughts on Lin's decisions. Would you have done the same in her shoes? Let me know. Until next time, stay awesome.